Welcome to the DEFCAM. The demonstrated failure of India's conventional air operations during Operation Sindoor, where Pakistan Air Force established decisive air dominance through integrated use of PL-15 missiles and HQ-9B air defense systems, resulting in the downing of multiple advanced Indian fighter aircrafts, including Rafale and Su-30 MKI variants, has fundamentally altered the regional military calculus. Evidence from debris fields near Bathinda, located in Indian Punjab and Ukhnur and District Jammu of Kashmir, confirmed the destruction of these platforms, validating Pakistan's multi-layered air defense architecture combining airborne early warning systems with ground-based electronic warfare capabilities. This tactical reversal has compelled India toward doctrinal innovation, with intelligence assessments indicating strategic evacuation of frontline airbases such as Udham-pour and Pathan-kuot, where traditional fighter squadrons are being replaced by Israeli-origin Harop loitering munitions and indigenous Alfa S swarm drones optimized for saturation attacks. The emerging pattern reflects India's attempt to replicate Ukraine's Operation Spider's Web, which successfully penetrated deep into Russian territory, using commercially modified first-person view drones smuggled through civilian logistics networks to strike strategic airbases previously considered invulnerable. India's potential employment of Baluchistan Liberation Army and its other proxies follows established patterns of hybrid warfare, leveraging Pakistan's internal vulnerabilities through deniable asymmetric operations. Technical analysis indicates Baloch insurgents possess the capability to receive modular drone systems resembling Ukraine's wooden cabin concealment method, where hydraulic roofs conceal launch mechanisms within ordinary cargo trucks. Such systems could be deployed against critical infrastructure nodes along the China-Pakistan economic corridor, particularly the Gwadar Port Complex and its associated $240 million Chinese-funded airport, both already suffering operational disruptions due to ongoing insurgency. Recent Chinese diplomatic engagement with Baloch Raja Joy Sangar, bypassing Pakistan's government entirely, demonstrates Beijing's recognition of the threat and provides India with exploitable fissures in the Sino-Pakistani alliance. Digital evidence from captured Indian drones during the May skirmishes revealed geo-targeting algorithms focused on Baluchistan's Sui gas facilities and strategic highways connecting Quetta to Karachi, suggesting preparatory reconnaissance for future sabotage operations. The execution methodology would likely mirror Ukraine's operational template involving phased infiltration, remote activation, and swarm tactics. Technical intelligence suggests Indian defense contractors have reverse-engineered the Ardu pilot, which is an open-source autopilot system used by Ukrainian security service, enabling long-range control through hijacked Pakistani 4G or LTE networks with latency compensation algorithms. Secret insertion routes could exploit Pakistan's western borders with Afghanistan, where Tehrik-i-Taliban Pakistan factions allegedly aligned with Indian intelligence services provide logistical support networks. Operational security would be maintained through compartmentalization, with Baloch handlers receiving encrypted command sequences through blockchain-based messaging applications while remaining ignorant of final payloads and targets. Post-strike forensic analysis of downed Indian drones near Jammu revealed specialized shaped charges capable of penetrating aircraft fuel tanks and electrical systems, identical to those employed in Ukraine's Belya airbase strikes against Tu-22 cubic meters bombers. This technical replication indicates India's readiness to escalate beyond symbolic demonstrations toward materially degrading Pakistan's strategic assets. Pakistan's counter-strategy integrates electronic warfare, infrastructure hardening, and international pressure to neutralize the drone proxy nexus. The recently deployed REK electronic warfare system, developed with Turkish Aselsan collaboration, demonstrated effectiveness during Operation Sindoor by disrupting Indian drone control links through adaptive frequency hopping across 2 to 18 GHz spectrum. Forward airbases including Misroor and Rafiki are implementing passive defense measures such as electromagnetic hardening of aircraft shelters, installation of multispectral camouflage nets with radar-absorbent properties, and deployment of pneumatic decoy aircraft systems to confuse targeting algorithms. Cyber command units have established honeypot networks mimicking critical infrastructure control systems, designed to infiltrate and geolocate Indian handler communications through blockchain analysis. Diplomatic countermeasures leverage China's economic leverage, with Beijing explicitly conditioning further financial support on Pakistan's neutralization of threats to Chinese investments. creating parallel pressure on Rawalpindi to intensify counterinsurgency operations in Baluchistan. The strategic calculus recognizes that India's shift toward drone proxy warfare represents both vulnerability and opportunity for Pakistan. While the diffuse nature of drone threats complicates defense planning, Pakistan's established air dominance forces India into asymmetric responses that lack decisive strategic impact compared to conventional air campaigns. China's direct negotiations with Baloch groups undermine India's plausible deniability by exposing proxy connections to international scrutiny. Economic stabilization efforts have reduced domestic recruitment pools for separatist movements, with inflation declining from 38% to single digits and improved tax compliance strengthening the state's counterinsurgency financing. Most critically, India's evacuation of frontline airbases confirms Pakistan's deterrent credibility, physically manifesting the operational paralysis induced by Pakistan's air defense network. The emerging paradigm positions Pakistan to control escalation dynamics through calibrated responses, employing cyber-enabled drone interdiction, international exposure of Indian technical signatures and captured systems, and leveraging China's UN Security Council influence to impose diplomatic costs. This multi-domain approach transforms India's technological adaptation from existential threat into manageable security challenge, preserving Pakistan's hard-earned aerial superiority, while methodically degrading the proxy infrastructure sustaining hybrid aggression. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the upcoming videos.